Hey guys, Weiss
Uh,
Schwarz Fate here. I am Barrett, and
I'm
then
Andrew.
Andrew's over there. So first thing I'm going to talk about really is that in the background you are going to be watching Andrew's 4 boxes of Fate Stay Night opening. Um,
Keyword watching and not listening.
Watching, we are voicing over this today because I messed up and forgot to turn on the microphone for the entire recording. So this is our alternative because we obviously can't do over the box opening. So my bad. But so instead, we actually have the option now to discuss different things and plan out kind of what we were talking about. So we have a lot of things coming up, really. I forgot to share screen, didn't I? No, I'm still doing it. Okay, we're good. My bad. So, I guess really to kick things off, so that's what you're going to be watching the pools in the background. These are all Andrew's pools, because he was going to make a Fate Stay deck, and it's pretty cool, other things like that. So we're really going to be talking about, we'll talk about Fate a little bit. We're going to talk about Monica, because it just released today. And then after that, we're going to discuss more in depth to the regional that we will be going to. But more will come on that later. Instead, we can go ahead and start talking about these pools and other things coming up. So, Andrew, you want to kick it off?
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, like you said, I'm going to be building Fate. I got 4 boxes from the little ideal bundle thing, and I was pretty happy with my pools. Don't have the deck completely finished, but we'll definitely profile it when it's done. Let's see. Like you said, we are going to Chicago. I leave tomorrow morning. Barrett, when are you leaving again?
I leave Saturday midday, purely because so Andrew is going to be staying in Chicago for 3 days, and meanwhile I will be staying in Des Moines Saturday night, and I will be driving over in the morning for the tournament on Sunday, which it is Sunday at 10 a.m. is when it starts for anyone that is needs the time.
Sunday.
We will be there probably even earlier than that time, doing deck stuff, checking out the vendors and whatnot, and then I'll be driving back to spend the night again in Des Moines. So, but I mean, the important fact is that we're going to be there, and that means if you're going to be there, feel free to meet us. We are open to meeting with people that want to talk about our channel. Maybe even in the future want to do some Skype battles over Skype webcam, etc., whatnot. Because we would totally be down for that.
Most definitely.
Exactly. So I mean, feel free. If you see us, I'm going to have it written down on the little name tag, your number thing, that like, hey, I'm Barrett from Weiss Schwarz Fate, and I'll make Andrew do it too.
It's going to be so dorky.
It's going to be dorky, but it's going to happen. And we're going to be having another video, a video that we probably should have done a long time ago, but we're going to get it over with. It'll be coming up right after this one. And we're finally going to show you what we look like, because that's the thing. If you want to meet us, you got to know what we look like. So if not, check out that video because it'll be coming up soon.
And if you're watching the pools right now, we just pulled the 3-2 Saber, which is really cool.
Yep, the 3-2 Saber is the Punish Burn on play, which is
ridiculous.
On cancel, reveal top, and then you burn for that amount of the card you revealed level +1. Yeah, so it's pretty good.
So like climaxes and level 0s would be just 1 burn, and then up from there. Let's see. There's another 3-2, but that is not the 3-2 Archer that I wanted to be pulling. That's just the normal rare one.
Yeah, that's the regular one, and not the burn one that most people think about.
Yeah. Well, like they have like really similar art.
They do. I would agree. So yeah, we have the far right pile is going to be our double rares, and the other pile is obviously just the regular rares, and then all the commons and uncommons are put aside because we don't really need to explain those.
Sure. Do you want to talk about Fates Tonight, as I said?
Yeah, sure. So
awesome.
I honestly wanted to build in the Fates Tonight as well because it is probably there we go. We have the first SR that is the Brainstormer.
Brainstorm top check when it comes out. Man.
Right. So sorry, I wanted to build Fate Stay as well because honestly, it is one of the best finishing the game decks that is coming out. That is going to be out in North America right now. It is like just that Punish Burn, that green double rare that right now is on. That's really being looked at right now. Clock Shooter with Climax combo. They also have another Clock Shooter from the first Fate set that you can run. The Archer Burn that we were just talking about, that's one. Eventually, we can get to another burn that's really good. It Climax combos with the Gate. It's a Rin. There's just so many different ways in this deck, or even in this deck to finish the game. And it's very similar to Kantai, except for Kantai obviously has the anti-heal and the anti-salvage tech. But instead, this deck just has so much more potential to finish the game in different ways. Not just relying on the clock shot and the punish burns that Kantai has, but instead you have the punish burns, the clock shots, the waiting room burns, and it's just insane. So this deck is that's what it specializes in. What it doesn't specialize in is that if you like heals, this is not the set for you, because it definitely does not have that. But on top of the burns, it runs one of the best climax combos I've seen for level 1 is in one of these sets. It is a shot 1k1 climax combo with the 1-0 Shiro, and it's just like Invites to Party, right? Except for when you use the climax combo, it becomes a 7k base, 8k because of the climax, and you can still search for anything in your deck.
But you pay stock before you declare your attack, and if it reverses, that's when you get to search.
That's correct. It still does need the reverse, but the point is that sets up your deck. The card that he just packed right now, that double rare, is even better for searching. It's a really 0. It's a 0. You can pay 1, tap it, and clock yourself 1 damage, and you search for any Saber or Shiro in your deck? Or is it just... Yeah,
that's relevant all game.
It's relevant all game. Because the Shiro is a master... Or Shiro is the master character level 1 that does that searching. The 3-2 Saber on the upper right-hand side, that's the Saber that you can search out for late game. It's just... You search at level 0, you search at level 1, you can potentially search at level 2 if you want to run that climax combo that the Saber has. This is a 2-1 rare. If you wanted to run it, you could just hand fix the entire time. And then at level 3, you just finish the game.
For sure.
So that's
definitely like ways to combat this set is to try to rush them through their level 3, because to be honest, level 2 isn't amazing in this set. Like, it's a lot of setup unless you do the original 2-1 from the first Fate Zero set, which is gets rid of climaxes on combo.
Yeah, that's...
But other than that, if you can rush them through the level 3, it's pretty much GG.
Right, and I mean, that can be said about a lot of sets, like, don't get me wrong, but for this one in particular, where I think it shines continuously at level 3, even if you're at like 3-6, it even gets a little worrisome, you know, because if you run out of deck and if your burns don't work that turn, then you're done for. Because it doesn't have the heal sustain. So that's one of the biggest issues. But
I just see you just pulled an SR right there. That's the Ilya level 0.
Yep.
It's blue. When you play it, you get to ditch a card, mill top 4, or reveal top 4, and for you to add a master for whichever one you like. So that's going to be either Shiro or Rin.
Right. Just got another Punish Burn Saber right there on the 3-2. So this is the second box, by the way. So we've already gotten into, we got 2 of the Sabers now and 2 SRs.
And if you look to the top of the screen, we got 2 of each resonance target already.
Right.
So that's good.
The Rin one, which does come in the trial deck, isn't uncommon, so it's not as hard to get that one. And then the other one, the Heroic Spirit Saber, the yellow one, that is a rare. So is it double R? I thought it was just a rare.
No, it's a regular R, but it's a little harder to get than
they're a little harder because obviously it's not uncommon. Yes, but both zeros, even if you're not running the resonance, both of them are great cards for level 0.
Sure.
The Saber, if you don't know, is a 2/5 base, but on attack, if you have another servant character or I can't remember, it gains 1500. So it's a 4K on attack. And there we go right away. He just pulled his 3/2 Sig of the Rin, which is currently priced at, what is it about right now, Andrew?
It's 150 retail, and this makes me really sad that you couldn't hear it because I got real hyphy, real fast on this one.
So that's the other burn I was talking about. That's the 1k1 gate climax combo card. When you attack with it, you pay 2. And you burn your opponent for the amount of climax cards in your waiting room. So it's very unique in that kind of way for its burn. And it's also a draw 2, ditch 1 on play. So
yeah, so you can dig for that climax when you play it, which is nice. Only thing that you don't really like about it is you're not hitting for exact numbers.
Yeah, you aren't hitting for exact, but you do get the kind of plan if you can set it up. So like just even playing 1 of her and 2 of the Punish Burns, which can be up to 4, and then you can make your Rin be possibly 7 Like that's how insane the card can be.
And it's nice because you can almost like, let's be honest, if you're hitting for 4 or 5, it's probably going to get canceled. But if they only have 1 or 2 cards left climax cards left in deck, you can push them closer to refreshing and like just forcing them to cancel on that so that your sabers can go through.
Right, and I mean, and other than that, I mean, that's really kind of all the strong cards. If any more come up as we pack them, obviously, we'll definitely go over them. But the 1/0 Shiro, which we mentioned for the climax combo, the Punishment Saber, the 3/2 Rin that he just pulled, that card right there that was just packed. Those are pretty much, you can run those in almost every kind of build. Honestly, the one thing we haven't really mentioned is, aside from that 0 blue is kind of lackluster. It's not even a big issue of the set. It's just the way that you even are supposed to play the blue style. It's not as competitive. It's not as, I think it's pretty fun, but it's just it's
more splash worthy. It's not like I'm played just a blue deck.
Right. A lot of people will splash the blue like with the green build, because a lot of the green and blue work together. But a lot of people will take the green and be like, oh well, I'd rather splash the green and say yellow, red, or both for a tricolor. Especially with the 3/2 from the first set, the Rider, that clock shot. And then other than that, there's a 1/1 backup that's pretty good for servant characters from the first set. So like green is a very easily splashable color, and there are a lot of people, I think, build-wise, that are actually even considering that, but who knows? I mean, there's a lot of things. But that's really it for the Fate set. I mean, it's really strong, and it has some of the best searching I've seen in any deck, aside maybe from Nisekoi, because it has the searching and the salvaging. This one has the salvage as well for its Brainstormers and the gate triggers.
That one right there.
Exactly, that one right there. The only problem with that Brainstormer, which that is the that's the hand gaining one, where you pay 1 tap 2, or just tap this card, sorry. It does give you your hand, don't get me wrong, but it's only for weapon characters. So if you wanted to run... No Rin. Yeah, no Rins, but you can get all Sabers, all Shiros, and all Archers. But even like for other set, like if you were running blue or green, depending on the green, you can't get your green cards either. So it's a good Brainstormer, but it's not the best, obviously.
It's obviously much better in like a mono yellow type build. I've seen a lot of mono yellow ones that run the 3/2 Shiro with the 3/2 Saber, and that Brainstormer is much better in that build.
Gotcha. So there's another SR. That's the SR Resonance Target Yellow. So that's the third one. So that's what? That's the 3 SRs and then the SIG. So that's really it for the Fate Zero set, or the Fate Stay Night set. I'm sorry. But other than that, I know these are box openings, and these are like 2 weeks old from when the set came out. Because today, Monica Rebellion came out, which is the second set, really, second booster for the Monica set. And there's a lot of strong cards in it. I'm not going to lie, I don't know a lot about the set, and so there's not a lot I can really put my input on. I do know that the green has gotten even stronger. I know that red has gotten more consistent. And I know that yellow is actually pretty nasty right now. Yellow looks pretty nasty. And then blue is... The blue Sayaka build is very, very... liked at this point, I think, regionally, especially here. There's a lot of people that really want to do the Sayaka stuff, because the Sayaka that you can now get out of level 2 is pretty great. Sayaka's Wish is obviously still a prevalent event, and so, I mean, we're not going to be touching too much on the set, but to be expected. The reason why we brought it up really is because looking at the Fate Stay here, previously we talked about the Attack on Titan on the channel, and we brought up Monica because at this regional, we can plan on seeing all of these sets, some more than others, but compared to last year when the World Championship tournaments were rolling around, these sets are so different and dynamic in what they bring to the game now, especially for North America. You have to talk about it at this point, because before it was Sword Art. Everybody talked about Sword Art. Everybody played Sword Art. But now it seems a fan favorite competitor is Attack on Titan.
Definitely. And, like, even with, like, I feel like something that contributes to that is a lot of new players love beat stick type decks because, one, they're easy to pilot, and two, like, it's not super hard to, like, understand how it's going, and, like, it's really easy to start out with. And that's another reason why Attack on Titan is really popular with new players, is that they can get their arms around it and do well from right off the bat.
Right. So, Attack on Titan. More than likely, like for the competitive scene, I think what we should be expecting probably at the regional for Attack on Titan is maybe a few Titan builds. That would be like blue, maybe blue-green-ish, you know what I'm talking about. Blue-yellow as well for Aaron's. It's strong, don't get me wrong. It has its huge strong points, but I also just don't think it's as consistent as, per se, the core character builds.
Yeah,
which
the
would be
Mikasa Levi stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a combination of the red, greens, and yellows in any different sort of way, even mono builds.
I've been looking at the things that are topping in these regionals so far, and I've only seen one Titan build top so far.
Right.
And I've seen at least 4 core trait decks top.
But see, that's something that to bring up is ever since Attack on Titan came out, because there are so many players of it and people are loving it because, one, it's a fan favorite anime, 2, it is a strong set. And it's showing because at these regionals, certain types of decks are topping. Titan decks are topping. Core decks are topping. Ones that favor Levi's are topping. Ones that favor the Mikasas are topping. It's just there's so many different ways, and it's very similar to when Sword Art was the big flavor of everybody. Silica builds were topping. Married Life decks were topping. Combinations of Kirito Lifa decks were topping. Like, now we've hit that point where Sword Art's kind of hitting the back burner at this point for a lot of people, and Sword Art's still a very strong set ever since they got the extra booster, the Xenon Burn for 4 with the Climax come. Like, it's
that
still
completely changed it.
Exactly, it completely changed Sword Art into where, and pretty much in almost every Sword Art build you ran that. But now there are so many other decks that can do very similar burns that you don't have to run Sword Art anymore, and you could run a deck that is either one, an anime that you prefer over Sword Art, or B, has just better cards.
Sure.
So I think the biggest contenders we'll be seeing there is probably a mix of Attack on Titan, still Sword Art because it is there, and Nisekoi has been showing up quite a bit.
For sure. And there was actually a lot of Kantai when I went to the Texas one as well. So.
Right. Kantai is still a big fan favorite because it still is one of the, I believe, if not the most popular PC game over in Japan, and is starting to translate over into America as well.
For sure.
I think that's all for the boxes, though, for your Fate Stay. But the regional, it's coming up. It's very fast. It's this weekend, and there's a lot of things that we're going to be seeing. There's a lot of things that you should probably be worried about. I think at this point, I'm going to announce what I'm going to be playing. I'm going to be playing my Nisekoi deck. I haven't done a deck profile on it because I have changed it since I've upgraded the other deck profile. I'm going to be playing yellow-red Nisekoi. I'm okay with telling you guys that because it's very unlikely anyone who's there is actually going to play me. So...
Yeah.
So I just want to let you guys know, after the regional, I will be putting a deck profile up about that, just so you guys can check it out. And, if I end up topping, good for me. So.
And I will be playing my Sword Art deck that I profiled on this channel, but it has changed pretty decently. It's about 6 cards have changed, and it's much more consistent now. And it's the yellow, blue, green. Right,
so the video is coming towards an end for the box openings and things like that, but let us know what you guys think. This is what Andrew pulled, and he was actually able to almost finish his build with it, but let us know what you guys are building for Fate Stay, just because it is a very interesting build. I want to know, like, if you guys are throwing in a lot of cards from the old set. Are you guys just playing cards from the new one? Or let us know in those kind of different ways. Other than that, we will be going to the regional. Please watch our next video. You'll be able to see our faces so that you can come and meet us. A lot more interesting stuff, especially what we plan on doing for this channel into the future. And we honestly want to hear a lot from you guys now. We're at that point where, like, we can sit here and do whatever we want to do, but that's not why. That's not why we made the channel. We made the channel so that more people and the community as a whole in North America has been growing.
For sure.
And when the regional coming up, it's another way that we want to get and meet with people. We want to do videos, or we want to do matches over Skype. We want to do everything we can to kind of get closer with the community and become a good channel that everyone can
seriously,
watch.
Do not be shy, like, at all.
Exactly.
We promise, we're just like you.
I check it every single day. Every single day I log on, I check the messages, I check the comments, I check everything. I will get back to you, and I will even, if you think I'm not getting back fast enough, I will add you on Skype. I check my Skype almost every second of the day. But Andrew, I relay everything I can to Andrew. Andrew's pretty busy with theater and school and things like that, but it's not a big thing. I'm here every day. So please get it. Let us know. And speaking of which, I don't want to sit you guys in have you guys sit here and stare at my desktop forever. But so give us a comment below, guys. Give us a like on the video. And if this is your first time watching us, give us that subscribe. More content will be coming. We're going to be also trying to get on a set schedule every time we release a video, so you guys can have something to watch whenever something comes up, and it's going to be periodic. We're looking probably every weekend, but who knows? Let us know. If you're going to the regional, leave a comment, send me a message, and we will make sure to get to you. Any final words, Andrew?
No, I think we covered everything.
All right. So, well, this is us. This is Weiss Schwarz Fate. This was Andrew's box openings for Fate Stay. Thanks so much, guys, for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.
See ya.